Today on your KU football three-point stance, we catch up with receivers coach Jason Phillips and a chance to get to know you. You've been here since December, but what folks might not realize, consensus first-team All-American as a collegian, spent 6 seasons in the NFL. How much does that type of personal experience on your track record make your words resonate with the young players you work with here today?
I think the biggest thing is just kind of bring some, validity. When you talk about certain things in the meeting room, having been there and done that, you kind of get those guys' attention a lot quicker.
I want to talk to you about some of the returning talent on this team. Booker, Sims, Patrick, guys that were all freshmen a year ago. Some coaches say the biggest offseason of improvement in a player's individual development comes between that first and second years. Do you agree with that? And what have you seen from that trio?
Well, I'll tell you what, those group of guys, since I've been here in the spring, they've worked extremely hard. I mean, this summer they did a great job getting bigger, faster, and stronger. And, I'm just really excited about the development up to this point, and I'm looking forward to those guys having some great years.
In terms of newcomers that fans should look for, obviously there's been a lot of preseason hype around Laquivillante Gonzalez, the transfer from Texas A&M. What will they first notice about him? And then how about a few other guys that have turned some heads in camp?
Well, the first thing they'll notice about Quiv is his speed, his explosiveness, and one of the guys that are truly passionate about playing this game and being successful. All the other guys that have come on this camp have been great. Keegan Brewer, Tyler Patrick, as you mentioned before, Emmanuel Moore, Jeremiah Booker, Bobby, and we got a new kid in that just transferred in, Dalen, and so we expected some great things from all those guys, and I'm excited about this season.
It's a three-point stance, but I'm going to squeeze in one more real fast because when you were with the Vikings, you worked with Randy Moss and Chris Carter in the same year. If I asked you who's the greatest receiver of all time and you couldn't say Jerry Rice, how would you answer the question?
Wow, that's a great question, and it'd be very difficult because I've played with some other guys that in Atlanta. Andre Rison was obviously a great receiver in his own right, but I would have to say Randy Moss. The work ethic that Randy Moss demonstrated day in and day out, and Chris Carter being there, being a true mentor to Randy in his early years of his career. So Randy Moss and Chris Carter, obviously. The thing that was very impressive with those guys is they took the lead with everything. So the veteran leadership showed up, and the leadership and the personal desire of those guys to win was definitely there. And I learned a great deal just watching those guys work.
I look forward to talking to you more about that in the future, Coach. Thanks so much. That's Jason Phillips.
Thank you very much.
Literally and figuratively, a great catch for David Beatty and the Jayhawks. That's your three-point stance for today.